So, welcome back, ladies and gents. Do excuse the rather long break we had. I'm blaming ESC for being so damn good and winning games pretty darn quickly, let's just say. I think it was a 16-1 kind of thing. It wasn't like too good. It was not too good for M Faculty, but that aside, we've had some incredible results over the entirety of the bracket going on at the moment. So let's throw you into that so you can see exactly what we mean, because I can imagine you guys might have been hearing these careless whispers around about what's been going on. So the biggest one to point out for me, just flat out to get it away from the fact of it, is NLP against highgrade. NLP bowed out after DDoSing, so immediately highgrade will go through. But the surprising result, I'm going to leave to you right there, which it's just below it.
Yeah, so Fnatic lost to the first timers in Cup number 4, PartyDaddlers right there. And something that we have to talk about with them is it kind of changes up the standings right now. So
Correct.
3D Max, they lost out in the bottom side of the bracket, so it changes on how things work even more. So if PartyDaddlers win this, there will now be a two-way tie between Solemn and Eyes on You for 16th place, and then obviously PartyDaddlers will be qualified then.
Yeah, kind of crazy stuff going on right now.
Yeah. Also, let me find it for a second there. I believe it was Enro. Yeah, Enro Griffins. They were one round away from qualifying into the top 16, but unfortunately they lost that last round and unfortunately lost their chances at the group stages.
That really has to hurt. So guys, if you do want to check out the brackets yourself and see the kind of progression through this, do go to csgo.raidcall-ems1.com and see the updates there and see the overall rankings towards how these guys are actually facing off, because it is getting extremely close now. There's teams breaking away, and as we saw, PartyDaddlers, there's a really good lineup beside them. I've had the chance of seeing them before. I believe it's during the German EPS finals. A very similar lineup actually came here and did extremely well for themselves. So certainly a team to be watching and keep your eyes on, because you're seeing it here right now. To be able to take down the likes of Fnatic, it's not the easiest task in the world.
And like
Fnatic,
triple, quadruple overtime.
Yeah, exactly. In the highest pressure situation you're going to get, they managed to pull it off. So they certainly are a team to be looking towards. I'm glad to see them getting into this eventually. They're so talented as a bunch, and I think I just have to say like one name, Chris J. All I'm saying. Everyone kind of knows the name by now. He proved himself to me during the offline German EPS finals. There was a lot of question marks raised about his performance and how well he's been doing. And it was a little bit like, whoa, this guy's pretty insane. Where's he come from? He's been around for a long time. He was in 1.6 and he did extremely well, but he's really found his footing within CSGO, and this lineup seems to work well with him. So we're going to drop you into the game right now so you can see kind of who we're going to be seeing. So highgrade did get through after kind of not default win, let's say. It wasn't really a default win. They had a close game with NLP, but NLP got DDoSed, so it kind of was a default win. But they're certainly deserving of a position anyway. They had the hardest route through. Pretty much anyone can agree to that, but it's not going to be an easy task. PartyDaddlers, they're so easy to underestimate, but then you look at their actual lineup. You got Crisby in there, you got Lagisha, you got Truby. These guys are all so good, and then Chris J within its own right is just like a monster. Like, everyone doubted him before the offline finals, where it was like, okay, I'm going to turn up and be just as good as I am during the offline events. It's pretty impressive stuff what he can pull out. So it's all eyes on him for me personally. But then again, I haven't seen highgrade before. They're still relatively new to my eyes, and I don't know what they're going to bring here, but they've got an uphill struggle on their hands.
Well, one thing about Chris J also makes awesome skins. That was actually linked in the chat. I believe it was an AWP. It's actually really nice. Even had like a custom marking on it just to show it was his. But going into this game, I mean, PartyDaddlers haven't played one single cup in this entire fall 2013 season, and they could be, or they are on the verge of qualifying for the group stages. Exactly. And highgrade, I mean, they already played a couple of times, and they want to, actually, I believe they are actually already qualified right now because they did advance into the spot, but they have the opportunity to deny PartyDaddlers from getting in. So a lot at stake here for both teams. It looks like we are finally going to get into the knife round here in just a second. And you always ask me this question, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to give you the chance to choose. What team do you think is going to pull this one off?
PartyDaddlers. They're coming off the back of beating Fnatic. They took them in overtime. They've really worked hard. They've had to fight all the way through. They've just finished playing, so they're literally so warmed up, it's unbelievable. No matter what side they get, just due to the fact of this being an even map, they'll be fine. I'm pretty sure this is their game. Whether or not it's going to be close, I do not know.
Well, only time's going to really tell here, and we do have 2 members of PartyDaddlers and 2 members of highgrade left to go here. And, look at this. As we saw a little bit earlier, how important it would be to go on either side. It's kind of, ESC, I mean, they made it look too easy when they're playing a little bit earlier on. It seemed like they weren't even trying too much. I didn't even have to try that much.
Right.
But the momentum they got from being on the terrorist side in the beginning, it gave them such a strong CT half that they didn't even really need because they had 14 rounds in the first half.
But it's all about that preference here. If, you know, PartyDaddlers do get their side choice and they get the one they really want, they'll be fine. And starting on CT with a slight bias, and I mean it's minuscule, it's literally the smallest bias you're going to get, I reckon they'll be fine. We're just going to have to see what they can really pull out here for me.
Yeah. Well,
but, yeah, take us into the first round.
Well, we are getting underway here. Just going to show you where everyone is heading. Looks like it will be potentially a B push coming in here. But we always talked about earlier on, you know, how important is it to control middle? And in the ESC game, it didn't matter too much because they just walked over in faculty. But right now, we're seeing actually a 3-man rush onto this catwalk. Crispy going to get 1 kill. Will he be able to pick up a second, though? He actually goes down to Hydrox and Zape. He's pushing into that B site, but there's still 1 member, actually 3 members now of PartyDaddlers here to stop him. As Tizian in the backside gets 1 kill, but Relk picks up a kill on a Trouble here. And Chris J, he's going to come in through the window. He gets a nice shot onto Hydrox, downs him, and the bomb does been planted. It's actually currently down in the B site, and we have a 3-on-2 situation with Barsic and Relk to be the to be the heroes here to see if they can hold this one, or actually win this first round for him here. And right now it's slowed down relatively quickly out of nowhere. But Relk gonna jump out of the window, actually picks up a kill on a Tizian here, so now it's a 2-on-2. And Legia is actually not that healthy, he's going down to 80 health, but he picks up a kill on a Barsic. And that is enough to secure them a 2-on-1 here, but Relk, last man standing, he got a kill just now, jumping out of that window. He has 2 frags under his belt, but he needs 2 more to get this first round. Gonna turn around the corner. We're gonna get the kill. No, Chris J shuts him down. And that is the first round of the game going to PartyDaddlers.
That's some fantastic music we've got going on there.
Yeah.
We might need to turn that one down. Let's just switch back onto my screen so you can actually adjust that in your game settings on your PC and turn down the sound within CSGO. It's a beautiful thing. Mine doesn't have a minimap, his has sound. It's a lovely combination. But anyway, let's get back into this one. As we will be seeing, obviously, that first round on the CT side. They've kicked off very nicely already. Chris J investing into that M4, and it might actually pay off for him. There's 3 to 4 players in mid right now who are pushing up towards him. Crispy gets involved. Trubley's pushing up as well. They're trying to lock this one down. Oh, lovely shot. Takes down Relk. Follows up onto Zape. This is pretty much a one-sided battle right now, and by no surprise, because they have weapons. So 2-0 will be the scoreline. PartyDaddlers doing what they do best, picking up rounds back-to-back, and into the third round, they do at least have a touch of an advantage.
And luckily for them, they didn't
and
actually...
I have a mini-map back.
Whew, I don't have to do camera work then. Kind of saved my skin on that one.
You got nervous.
Yeah, a little bit. A little shaking a little bit, but...
A little bit of nerves.
Even more important, on that round, PartyDaddlers didn't lose anyone.
Correct.
So, gives them a flawless round, helps keep their money up, helps them keep their guns, but right now we're seeing a 5-man rush come onto this A site, but... You already see some kills coming in. Grenade picks up Zape. Hydrox going to push in. They actually went for an early buy here, and they do get 1 kill, but is it enough? As you see 4 members now going down. And honestly, an early buy, not really working out for highgrade there.
I'm sorry, but Hydrox just absolutely decimated his own teammate in the worst way ever. If you guys saw that, it was literally like, how did he get into apartments? Let's just shoot him quickly. That was really not how you want to be doing things. But anyway, 3 rounds back-to-back for PartyDaddlers. That early investment, I don't think it was particularly warranted from highgrade, and they wasted it going for just an A rush. I don't know what they expected. If you'd seen the team running previously with shotguns and really, you know, strong close range weapons, I would never go, okay, yeah, let's rush A. That's, I don't know, maybe that's just my, you know, backseat driving coming into gear. But anyway, Chris J has found Barsic. The T-side do only have pistols, so they're not going to be doing a great deal of work. But Trubley's just going walkabouts with a gigantic shotgun, finding 2, gets denied the 3rd, and there we go. Crispy pops into gear from that little catwalk section, 4-0. And highgrade are in trouble. They are not making an impact yet. I think that early investment kind of threw them off a bit. Now they can buy up properly and hopefully not completely fluff this one up.
Yeah, so we're going to get into the first gun round of the game, I guess we can say, even though the first one was kind of half-assed. But we're going to see what's going to happen this time in highgrade. First real gun round for them. Can they pull this one out? They're going to need the rounds, obviously. And remember, I mean, yeah, they're already qualified, but they're playing for seeding as well. I mean, let's just say you're 5 points short of being in an easier group, you know, maybe with one not having NIP in it. You would definitely look back on that and be like, wow, I wish we, you know, gave this game a little bit more of an oomph here. But we already do see 1 kill coming in. Barsic does go down, so PartyDaddlers looking strong to take their 5th round now of the half. But see Zape who's pushing towards a B, and then he backed away. The last 2 members of highgrade are actually in middle here. But Crispy's pushed up already on catwalk. Smoke going to come in, but he does have that vision. He can see through the side of it. But auto director's like, you know what? We don't need to watch that. Let's go watch A site where no one currently is at the moment. Crispy gonna come in. Actually picks up 1 kill. Gonna try to run away too. He escapes with 9 health. So he'll be able to survive this. And Chris J get a nice headshot coming in right there, as you see on the top right of your screen. And Nikki gets a kill on a Tizian. Gonna peek around the corner. Gets another kill here. So they do have this B site. They do have the bomb there right now. They could go for the plant here, but it's a 2-on-3 situation. And Chris J with it AWP gonna try to make it work very well for him. Where she doesn't get a shot off onto him just yet. And bomb finally does go down. Zape gonna look for a kill here, does pick it up. So now it's a 1-on-2 here. Zape gonna keep pushing and gets Chris J down. And now it's a 1-on-1 here, 18 to 13 health. And Zape can pull this off. It'd be huge for his team. Unfortunately, missed that first shot. But hope for him, pick up the kill here and pick up the first round for high grade in this half. So now both teams just both players just walking around the corner. We do have the defuse kit on Lega. He's actually going to go for it. He's actually just diffusing away, and Zape's not checking it. He's going to get the defuse, and he doesn't get it off. Zape stops him just in time, and that gets them the first round of the half.
Yeah, great play on the adaption there. I'm really surprised that PartyDaddlers allowed them towards B like that. They completely outdid them there. The short push coming in strong and, you know, through the apartments. And wow, just very surprising to see. Anyway, we are seeing Truly picking up the auto sniper. Chris J still going with that AWP. So they're the two players that I'm going to be watching to really start stepping into this. Chris J is looking around mid, and he's such a dangerous player with that gun. Even a scout. If you do remember back to Dust 2 when we originally saw this guy and the question marks started to get raised, it was on that map, and he's so good with it. And we are seeing high grade trying to counter it a little bit. Smoke is kind of implemented towards that window, so having a little bit of freedom through that middle section. And a little bit of a slower start, bar the push up towards this section by Relk. Hydrox trying to watch short catwalk. And he knows Crispy's there. The flashes are coming through. He's already tagged him up. Crispy is getting fairly aggressive, though. 1 minute and 5 left on the board. Just going to be backing away. Seedside don't need to rush this. Lagisha is actually fairly pushed up as well, and he's going to be immediately challenging anyone who comes out of those apartments. And look at them, all of them pushed up quite some way. Not actually challenging immediately, but they are trying to get into their faces. So, Tizian does find one player pushing towards the B side, but the rest have already fallen, leaving only Nikki and Hydrox standing. And this slower paced round coming out from the high-grade boys really not paying off. And Crispy there just laying away. And I felt as though the T-side testing the waters as to how far they could push them, discipline. See if the CT side would sit in, would take their time, hold the angle, or if they'd push out. And the one thing I really liked about PartyDaddlers is then they pushed up, but they didn't over push, if you know what I mean. They held the angle, but in a little bit of an aggressive stance.
And unfortunately, it didn't really work out too well. For PartyDaddlers, it worked out perfectly. But high grade, that little slow play, just like I said, didn't work out too well. And we already see Crispy 10-2 score. 6 rounds in. That's not bad at all. But we do see a save round coming in for high grade. Not going to be able to do too much with this push into B site. As we do see 2 kills already coming onto them. Chris J is going to come around the corner. We're able to pick up a kill. I'm assuming he won't even need to here. As PartyDaddlers, they do lose one, but they clean it up and stack another round on the board for themselves.
Yeah, Crispy and Tizian creating a lovely crossfire then. As soon as one dropped, Crispy was there immediately to just hold them back as they flooded out. And it's just given them such a great start in this. Let's look at the scoreboard. And Crispy, 15-2 already. That is a fantastic way to get the ball rolling. And I'm pretty sure you add all together the other frags from high grade, you won't even get close to his scoreline. So, yeah, he's certainly doing work for his team. Man himself there in his screens. We are seeing a bit of a 3-2 split. Relk and Zape towards B, Barsic, Hydrox, and Nikki with the bomb at A. So they're trying to at least split the attention of the opposition, try and draw them in different directions. Maybe try and switch out that slow play. And Crispy's again in a fantastic position, finding Zape immediately. The auto sniper of Truly holds them back by that A side, denying any access at all. Bring it to a 5v3, massively in favor to the CT side. And look at Lagisha, he knows Nicky's up here. He can smell him. And he gets the tag, does get the frag as well. And those deagles and pistols will just be falling by the wayside as Crispy finds another mid, and Truly closes out by A. So very comfortable stuff from PartyDaddlers. They're showing why they were able to take down Fnatic. And the fact is, they are very likely to get themselves into these groups and playoffs now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this start come out of Event Faculty and ESC, and obviously it was on the other side of the
map.
How do you call that? I was trying to say like the other side of the sides, but it didn't really make sense. Yeah, let's go with the map. Let's go with that one.
Use your words.
3 suggestions. It's got to be right. But we do see a gun run coming again for high grade here. A 3-man push on the catwalk. But Crispy, he's waiting. He's there. He's going to be able to pick up 1. It looks like on a Hydrox. But can he pick up any more of that? Nicky's waiting there. He does pick up 2 more. He gets 3 total. Will he be able to turn around and get a 4th? His auto director's like, you know what? We're not going to watch to see if he can get a 4th kill here. But you know what? Pansy's on it. She doesn't have the camera. And Crispy picks up a 4th kill. And that was a gun run out of high grade.
You know what? When I'm in high grade shoes, and I'll be like, okay, there's a player who's currently like 15-2 against me. You know, he's doing really well. Do you know what? I think we should just push him. I think that will work really well. Let's run at him.
If we send all 5 people at him, or send 3 or more people at him, maybe we'll kill him.
I really don't understand the logic behind them right then. If that man's on fire, why just hand him more kills? Like, I get the fact that Chris J isn't suddenly easy. Laguija's doing well on A as well, as is Truby with the auto sniper, but still, Chris B is currently on 21-2. Don't give him any more. Anyway, Laguija going out, facing off against Nikki. Chris J getting aggressive in mid, does take down Zape. Now Barsik is in trouble. Crispy comes around with backup. Ralph, though, trying to do some work, gets one. But it looks as though PartyDaddlers are just enjoying themselves right now, as Relk and Hydrox are the only 2 standing, and their number is completely up. Relk is fully spotted and locked down, and now Hydrox left. He's barely left spawn, and he's going to have to battle for every step he takes if he wants to go anywhere. Currently hiding in doorways, I feel, is the best way forward. Hydrox, just give it up, buddy. It's game over. 55 seconds on the board, and Hydrox is now surrounded by the PartyDaddlers.
That sounds wrong on so many different levels.
It really does. I'm not a big fan of the name. Please give them a team, someone, because they certainly deserve it, as the scoreline is 9-1, and they are really stepping into this.
Maybe we should just call them Party.
But then I'm going to say lines like, the party doesn't start till, you know, Crispy walks in, or something awful like that. Like, I'm be so tempted.
Good.
Like, I know, right?
Nice.
I was waiting for my moment, but I was like, no, I can't
like
do
that
it.
one. That was really good.
Jump in.
It looks like we do have another buy round here coming in for high grade, but as you can tell by the score, hasn't really done too well for them. Hasn't fared too well in the end. We do see a 3-man push coming on to B. Like, well, they want to keep feeding Crispy more kills, and you know what? I think he's more than happy to take those himself. As they're gonna get a kill though on, I can't even say his name.
Laguija.
Laguija. I want to call him Legia.
Leg.
That's part of the reason why I want to say that. Laguija. And the rest of high grade going to be backing away, but that's a good start to the round, though. At least getting 1 kill here. But they haven't got the man that's carrying the team right now. 22-3 on the Crispy. He's fairly happy with his score, I would imagine, but we still have 2 towards B, 2 towards middle, and Hydrox. He's still watching apartments over at A, but where's the actual push going to come from? Barsik going to be pushing up here. Going to get taken down by Tizian. That's actually a fantastic shot by Tizian right there. And that evens the score up 4-4 here. This Crispy's just... Come on, feed me more kills, guys. I need a 30 bomb by the time I even get into the half. But we do see actually 2 more kills come in. They do take Crispy down, but Chris J, he's like, all right, well, you know, forget Crispy. I can pick up the kills myself. He gets 1 down under his belt, but now it's a 2-on-3 here. Tizian still watching this B-side. Bomb going to be coming in through this catwalk, and Chris J, he's already rotating over, but Tizian, he picks up 1 kill. Let's see if he can get any more than that as Zape coming in from underpass. Hydrox still pushing in from T-side.
Important thing is, he's got the bomb as well.
And there's 15 seconds left.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks
I
like,
think you might notice that.
yeah, high grade's like, maybe we should just save our money. And smart play in the end. So, gonna have 10-1 scoreline now for Party. I'm looking at it and you're like, come on, just say it. Just finish it.
Say that
Daddlers.
word. That's it.
And a very strong start for them. What else is there to say? They're just playing like they were still playing against Fnatic.
That's the danger. They literally had probably the hardest game of their tournament just 10 minutes ago. So they're still on that complete lockdown, completely, you know, doing absolutely everything correctly.
I wonder if it was on Mirage, actually,
no, it was
too.
on Inferno.
It was on Inferno, okay.
But still, it's certainly a map they've been able to warm up on, and Chris J is not going to be missing those shots, is he? So he's already taken down Nikki, and the high-grade side are on a bit of a mixed-up buy. You can see Barsik there with just a bit of a Galil beside him. He did do some good work. It was actually Zape, excuse me, before finding that little midsection peak, and he's taking down Chris J this time. But he's got to know Crispy's still around here. Crispy does show his hand there, tagging up Relk, but Crispy's also received a fair whack of damage, down to 12 HP. High-grade, though, looking to try and dominate this midsection, trying to get some sort of control over it, but at the moment, they really aren't doing too well at that. They have made Crispy back off a touch, but then taking down Chris J allowed them to kind of get this far forward. Normally, that AWP play through mid has just been cutting them apart. Now, Truby trying to do it. They'd coming through. I don't think they quite know where they want to start pushing it. The bomb is still quite far back by spawn, so a little bit of a time before they can actually make something happen. I think the Zape is going to go and grab that one. Tizian already pushed up. That's the thing, you give Party, you know, a little bit of time, they'll get fairly aggressive into their positioning. Laguija's doing it as well, so.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. Give Party a little bit of time.
Oh, God. Anyway, Barsik has found Crispy, so it's at least opened up a slight route towards B. Already the rotates are coming out, so Truly making his way around. Legisia's kind of thinking, I don't want to leave the side just yet in case, and this is exactly why he has found Relk, but Zape quickly avenges, and we will be getting the bomb down on the A site. It's going to be completely in the hands of Highgrade. This is a lovely take from them, showing they've got some real prowess when it comes to reading how they want to make those rotates happen. And now PartyDaddlers 2v3, got a bit of work on their hands. Tizian taking down Barsik though, 2v2. Hydrox in a great position to play this slightly passively, allows Zape to be the one on the site. Why was he not watching his corners? Truly just walks in, takes his head off, and now leaves Hydrox in a 1v2. Tizian deals with him, and there was a chance then, a real solid chance, and Highgrade just handed it to PartyDaddlers on a plate.
Can't show up to a party unhanded. Got to bring something with you to it, but PartyDaddlers, like, what do you...
Do you know, you could have gone from like BYOB, bring your own bomb, you know, something creative.
See,
Jason.
but when you do BYOB, people usually think of something else.
Okay, Jason, let's take this round.
Or maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just the American in me that's like, I think of it this way. Either way, though, we do have 11-1 to scoreline. And Crispy, I've been watching him every single round, does the exact same thing. Throws a flash in there, or I believe that was actually a smoke. Runs back to Catwalk and just holds it. And with him there, Chris J watching from middle, no one can even push through this spot. And they've been just shutting that down. We talked about it a little bit earlier, you know, mostly in the ESC game versus faculty, how important it is to gain control of middle. And usually as terrorists, they do a lot better job of it, but Party, they're just doing a fantastic job right now of really controlling that, really locking this down. And we're going to get a kill onto Legisia. But one kill is not what they need. They need way more than that. Zape actually get a nice kill on Tizian, who's been giving them a tough time. But Crispy, they forgot all about him. He's going to be getting one kill. He's up to 25-5 now, sitting at 3 this round, let alone. Maybe pick up a couple more, though. What's that look for? Is it Legia? Is that why?
It's just your interesting take on English sometimes.
What did I do?
Nothing. Absolutely fine.
You're going to make me rewatch this just to see what I said.
But no, as you said, the scoreline is 12-1. We have been getting the stomps today, you know that. Like every single game we see in Bala first, it's been pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
But all in the right ways, if you know what I mean. Like, this is the moment that PartyDaddlers can actually get themselves in for a chance of going to the offline finals.
Could it see a Cinderella story in the making right now?
Exactly.
Coming out of nowhere, maybe win through group stages, maybe get to playoffs. Time.
It's fantastic. I can't wait for it. Anyway, look, I'm going to stop doing this and get back into the game because we are seeing a little bit more of a focus towards B. Still seeing around the apartments. They're doing the same thing again, though. They're sending Zape and Relk through that middle section. And normally that's when Crispy goes, okay, guys, let me just kill you real quick and then we can get back to the game. But this time might not happen. Maybe they've got a little bit of a switch up here. Zape has got a little bit of a tag towards Legisia. He's going to back away, drop out that nade, and look at the connection already, almost halving the HP of those two. Backing away, that whole bit of, you know, foothold they had towards that middle section has now been completely negated, and Nikki, the only one really starting to press towards the site, looking towards the A area. No one yet to drop, but it's once again a bit of a mix match buy. A couple of Galils in there for the T side. Nikki has opened up. There's a reply coming from Legisia, taking down Zape. He knows where the next play is going to be. Oh, he's missed the shot, but the pistol will land. Legisia going wild right now in a 3v3. Can he get any more? No, gets denied by Rock, finally being useful through that midsection. But then again, there's a couple more CT players getting ready to get involved. Look at this, already curating that crossfire. Tizian by B, Chris J kind of still focused by A, watching the cross. Big kill coming in there. That's the bomb down and loose. Tizian should know that. So let's see if Chris J is already on the rotate. I believe he is going to pick up the M4 and help him out. And now Tizian can just lock this one down. He's already got a bit of an idea exactly where they're coming from. That flash is going to give it away. Going to blind himself a touch. Well, he's going to be blinded a touch, but turns away just in time. Barsik's taking him down. Now 1v2. Chris J, you're going to pull this one off. Surely. He's got the health. You know, he's got everything beside him. He's in a good position. And he's going to hear them running here. He knows exactly where he is. Will he go for the plant straight away? Nope. He's going to wait for the time. Perfectly done. He knew they would have enough time and then mops the floor with him. Chris J kind of going wild right now.
Yes, he is. I mean, he doesn't have the score to prove it, but just his actions right there.
Situation,
I mean, just his actions right there just showed it. I mean, he could have peeked, could have tried to stop the bomb plant, or he could have just, you know what? They have like 1 second to plant. I'm good. And just wait for it and pick up the round. So now 13-1. Last round of the half here. And we might be looking at another 16-1 potentially coming in. But we do see Nikki getting a nice kill on a trebly. Crispy, again, pushed up this catwalk here. But it seems like Highgrade has learned their lesson. They're like, you know what? We're not going to push middle anymore because he's been shutting us down every single time. But Hydrox, he's waiting.
The weird thing for me is I haven't seen one well-executed A push. Like, you know, normally see the smokes, the flashes all going down. I haven't seen one single bit of that.
I don't think we've seen one push that actually worked out really well for them. Like, really coordinated it all in any site for some reason. I don't know. I mean, it seems like high grade's kind of down themselves. They're like, you know what? We're into the group stage, into the playoffs. Let's just have fun with this, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't want to take anything away from PartyDaddlers because they're playing like no other team I've ever seen lately. Oh, we do see some action maturity. Chris J picks up the first kill. Zape actually gets a kill on a Crisby right there. And Chris J actually very low on health, sitting at 13 HP. It looks like you might see that 8 push come in here, but Tizian, he's like, you know what? I'll pick up a kill as well. Takes it to 3-3. And Chris J, unfortunately, missing that shot, and Rug does get the kill. But now we have a 1-on-2 developing here in this A site. Tizian, can he pick up these 2 kills? Can he take it to 14 rounds as he's pushing up already from middle here? As my auto director doesn't want to direct, so I'll just look at your screen. Tizian, he generally knows where they are. Just, I don't think he really has the ability to take these 2 down. And just as I say, that gets Hydrox very low. Nicky can be on the side, picks him up with 1 shot, and that takes it to 13-2 in this first half.
High grade, what is going on, guys? Come on. Come on. High grade. Come on. Like, I know PartyDaddlers are good, right? I know they are good. I know they took out Fnatic. I know they're talented. But 2 rounds on one of the most even maps?
Come on.
Come on. Anyway, let's get back into the game. So we're almost ready for the second pistol. Whew. And high grade have a long, long road to go. They've got to take an incredible amount of rounds back to back. PartyDaddlers need, well, 3 more. And if they get the initial pistol, it's almost game over.
Yeah, we're going to find out. I mean, we've seen a lot of early buys come in, but fortunately for High Grade didn't work out. But we do see Nicky in a nice kill here. We see actually 4, well, no one at A, and we see 4 over at middle, and we do see a 4-man push coming out of PartyDaddlers into this B site. They do get some good damage already, though. Let's see if they can hold this one down as Hydrox is trying to go for Chris J in the back, but Chris J gets that kill. Tizian gets a kill as well, and they do get the bomb down. So they have 4 people alive. They have the bomb down. They have 3 people alive to the 2 right now of High Grade. And Raul Kineza gets some big kills here. It's Chris J, wow. Just those shots on him. Gets another kill for himself, sitting at 2 in this first round. And Barsic, last man standing, a 1v3. Not looking too good here for him to be able to pick this up. But he does have a defuse kit, but it doesn't really matter if you don't have a head.
Very well said. The point is now, PartyDaddlers, by usual trend, and especially they're now on the T side, which is slightly cheaper, should get the next 2 rounds, which is pretty much GG, and they've done it rather swiftly. We've been seeing, like, we've had, like, some long waits, and, Barsic? Barsic's had enough, folks. He's out of there. Anyway, 5v4 already. Truebly does open up there towards that A side, taking down Zape, and, well, this is certainly looking a little bit of a long road now back for High Grade, and it's certainly not looking pretty. As Hydrox down to 35 HP. Nicky's in a great position. Does get 1. Look at the second he's got it. Can he get the 3rd? Chris J. Oh, my word, Nicky. You've gone huge. You've ignored the fact that one of your teammates left the game, and he's just about carried these guys in with a chance here of turning at least this round. Now, Truebly left in a 1v3. He's got the shotgun, but only 12 HP to do anything with it. Fire coming in from Relk. Hydrox trying to get on the action. Nicky looking for his 4th here. And there we go. Relk will steal it from him, but what an incredible round coming in from Nicky.
Oh, look who's rejoined. Bart's like, oh, we won a round? Oh, okay, I'll come back. We can do this. Good job, guys. It was all part of the plan.
All part of the plan.
But they still have a long road ahead of them. I mean, 12 rounds for them to actually take it to a match point. And that means they can't give up one more or a single round here. But right now, PartyDaddlers looks like they're going to just save up and rush this B side here. Actually going to walk in. So actually using some sort of strategy instead of just wasting this round, since they just saw High Grade take a ego round against them. Chris J already been taken though. Hydrox going to be trying to hold the site, as well as Barsic. They do get the first kill to Chris J, as the rest of members of PartyDaddlers just walking and dying 1 by 1. There goes another kill, and this will be an easy round for High Grade to pick up, and it should take it to 14-4.
Yeah, that Bison MP7 combo going to town on them. Clearly benefiting them from the fact they picked up that round, and they need to invest into these. They don't really have the chance to drop any. Obviously, dropping 1 round will take them with only a chance to go into overtime, so they kind of need to get this one building now. And, well, it's a long road, but I've seen, you know, games like this going this way, but I just don't feel as though once PartyDaddlers get their brain in the right place and they actually get these setup, you know, rounds going, I don't see them letting this one go, but still. Who knows? Things can happen that even baffle me sometimes. So Crisby is down to 82 HP. I think that little bit of a Molotov did catch him there. But look at this, Rock. It could be going big this time around. Does get the little bit of a snipe down there, gets one, gonna be looking for the second, doesn't get it so easily this time. And now Barsic knows he's gonna have to kick into gear. Auto Director's like, do you know what, you wanna be watching him, not the actual action, but Trubley now is left in a 1v4. It's not gonna happen. And my word, Nikki and Zape then on the little bit of a lockdown, 2 each, just completely denying a foot in towards that A site.
We'll just run into like a triple overtime again. to make up for the stop that we had earlier with ESC.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
Well, still PartyDaddlers, I mean, they're up quite a few rounds here, but they're still fighting for their well, I want to say careers, but for their hopes to get into the playoffs, and they need to pick up that at least one more round. And they are going to be saving here yet again, but they're going in for A sites. Some nice flashes and smokes coming in, but Zape, he's trying to shut them down with a nice M4, but he gets taken down by Trubley. We do have the first gun picked up for them, but now it's all up to Tizian. I don't think he's able to survive here against the 3 remaining members of high grade, but he's giving it his all. He's trying to. He's going to not, unfortunately, pick up a kill on Nikki, so 14-6, and we're going to have another buy round for PartyDaddlers, but they got to be careful. The momentum's really starting to shift here.
Yeah, indeed, and I think Nikki and Zape can really get a bit of a medal from this one. 16-15 already for Nikki. I can't say he's not playing well. He's completely dominating the A site, and I can imagine that's going to force a little bit of an adaptation out of PartyDaddlers because they're not getting A. You know, they could probably have done a little bit better. Now they have, obviously, the flashes and smokes that they could have lined up, but it was not working out for them. So they're going to be going for a bit of a mid to B, possibly, or at least just taking their time right now. They're really not investing too heavily. Flashes will come over. No one actually challenging in mid from high grade as well. Bear that in mind. They are stacking 3 pure players towards A. One playing on that mid connection rather than in the window. Might see a bit of a rotation coming out. I think that is Nikki actually going to make his way through there. So Legija just in that little bit of an underpass. Just working out where the opposition is. Any early picks that could go down. Nothing really falling as of yet. And just keep in mind where Trubley is. He is just laying in wait. These guys taking their time, but they are sort of edging towards B now. 58 seconds left. They're going to start making them on. A big nade coming in. Chris J's down low, as is Crispy. That could make a lot of difference here. That could be the B site being a little bit less viable for these guys. Chris J looking for that opener. He's found Nikki. That is the vital player down. Now it is go time. B is the side they want to hit. Barsic lays in wait. He's just peered up, reared his ugly head. Legija takes it off his shoulders. Truly taking out Zape. And this is the execution we've been waiting for now. Ralk in a 1v4. Gets put to bed by Chris J. And that was the round PartyDaddlers needed. Taking the pace into their hands, taking the control into their hands, and completely leading it to that match point marker.
They still have to go up against another gun round, though. I mean, it took them a while to finally win that one round right there after their initial pistol round. They have to do it yet again here. It looks like Zape, actually, he was dropped, so he does have a gun here, but it looks like they're going to work towards B again. They were quite satisfied with that push that happened last time, which they should be, because it worked out very well. That Chris J opening kill onto middle really set them up. And is Barsic going to try to pull a Crispy here, try to hold down this catwalk himself, but he's going to be walking into 3 members here of PartyDaddlers. But if they want to, actually, they don't need. They're not trying to keep their hopes alive. If they want to shut down PartyDaddlers here, they need to pick up some kills. And Crispy gonna walk over the side. He's actually gonna go up the ladder and picks up the kill. A little bit unfortunate for Barsic, but that opens up the B side. We do still have 2 people there right now, though. As it looks like Nikki's gonna rotate over, but he gets taken down by Tizian right away. Hydra's gonna be trying to hold this himself, but he gets taken down. And now we're in a 4-on-2 situation. And PartyDaddlers, this could be the round that they need to win to go into the group stages and into the playoffs here. But Crispy, he's trying to look for another kill. Still has 2 members to go through before this can actually happen. The bomb finally coming into sight, gonna go down. Highgrade with 2 people alive. Are they able to take this one back? They have a long road ahead of them if they want to. They're looking for the pick, but Rug, unfortunately, he's not gonna be able to see it right there. PartyDaddlers playing very smart, trying to hide. Tizian gets taken very low, goes around the corner, Rug picks up 1 kill, Tizian picks up 1, but Hydrox is going down to the Legija. That is gonna give him the win. That is gonna give him the opportunity to play in the group stages with some of the best, or if not the best teams in Europe. Well played of them to come into the last cup of the season to beat Fnatic in, I think it was double or triple overtime.
I think it was double.
Double overtime. And then to come into this final game and win that one out as well.
Wow.
In such originally one-sided fashion, but it finished off 16-6.
Yeah, extremely impressive stuff. And let's just get a little bit of an update over on the brackets here to see who else has gone through so far. So it does seem as though Copenhagen Wolves have managed to get themselves into at least the semi-finals now. They've taken down Team Refuse. We're still going to be waiting on the results of Western Wolves and ESC. whoever will be joining the Copenhagen Wolves in those semis. And then the other game going on, obviously, will be Na'Vi and ENCE. So whoever gets to pick that one up will face PartyDaddlers. And what a surprise seeing these new teams breaking in. Like ENCE Esports really made their kind of impact in the last cup when they took down NIP. They really started building into what they were showing in the later stage of that game. But right now, I'm so pleased to see the likes of Chris J really stepping into their strengths.
Yeah, I mean,
very, very impressive.
You were talking about him. I didn't actually see the EPS offline games that you were talking about earlier, but I'm pretty happy with what he did with the op. I mean, made some great plays.
The thing is, I don't think he actually needed to get into it that much. You know what I mean? Like, the game was pretty much already handed to him on a plate. Like, he wasn't needed to go that even clutch anymore.
It was Crisby. Like, he's the one that set the first team and really locked that one down, but... I'm looking forward to see what they can do tomorrow. I mean, they have a lot of other teams ahead of them. Obviously, they're going to be qualified now, so they can feel a little bit safer about this whole thing. But this also does mean we're going to have, I believe, a two-way tie for 16th place.
And who's that going to be between?
I have to find the names again, just to be 100% sure.
I believe it's
Solemn and Eyes on You. Just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to say wrong names.
Oh, that's good of you. So yeah, that's going to be incredible. That's going to mean a lot to these guys. As we said, the rankings have changed completely from start to finish. It was like, the start of the day I was like, there could be some movement. ESC might not be completely safe, but the introduction of PartyDaddlers has just completely thrown this entire thing out. Everyone was like, oh, why aren't the Star Dragons playing? It's like, well, they're already safe. A lot of these teams are completely safe. Yes, it may, not give them the ideal seeding, but still, the Star Dragons are sitting in 4th currently in the overall rankings, so they're pretty much okay going forward. You can't really worry too much about them. But then, for the newer teams coming, they want to make sure they get at least a decent seeding in this because it all comes into account. And if you get a slightly easier route through, then you're almost guaranteed to turn up and at least do well. Because if Chris J turns up to this event and does awfully, everyone will be eyes on him again, going, oh, he's a bit dodgy. Well, congratulations to him for stepping up again, and obviously the entirety of his side as well for doing well. Crisby showing exactly what he was worth in that game. That was stunning stuff on the catwalk. Yeah,
I really wish I could have seen the match against Fnatic on Inferno just to see how close that was and who really stepped up for their team. You have to check that one out on HLTV a little bit later. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going to have generally our semifinal games for tomorrow, which will all be best of 3s. And then, of course, the final, which will be a best of 3 to decide who gets first place, who gets the $600 and the 100 points, even though I believe all the points don't even matter anymore. After that game alone, the points don't matter anymore. It's just all about seeding and where you want to play. But overall, I was pretty happy with today. It was just the results we got.
So let's give you a little bit of a quick update on the other games going on as well. So hopefully we can jump to my screen. As we said, Na'Vi and ENCE Esports are still playing. Na'Vi still in the lead there, 11-8. That's on Inferno on the second side. So they'll be doing well for themselves. And Western Wolves really taking down ESC. So currently it looks like Na'Vi and Western Wolves will be the ones going through to face off against Copenhagen Wolves and the PartyDaddlers. But keep up to date on the brackets on the URL you can see at the bottom of your screen, csgo.raidcall-ems1.com, because you'll get all the latest updates through there. As soon as the brackets are played out, they'll be up instantly. So make sure you keep eyes on that, because there's certainly a lot of things going on right now, especially that, decide a game between Eyes on You and the other side. And it's not an easy route through for anyone at the moment. I don't know what we're going to be seeing towards the end of this, because there's so many things that can change.
And I'm actually getting word that we might be doing that match now.
I don't think we are, unless there's been an update.
In our admin chat, we're being told we might be doing it. It hasn't been told to us just yet, but that would be exciting to see who would be the last team joining us.
It could be indeed. Hopefully we can get some confirmation on that. Once we do, we'll let you know. But until that point, we're going to go to a quick break while we find out. We'll be coming back with the overall results as soon as we know, but do bear with us, because I'd love to see that match if it does happen today, and I'll happily stick around for it. Hopefully you guys will as well. Hopefully you guys will as well. There we go. I got my words out eventually. So do bear with us. We'll be going to a quick break to try and find out exactly what's going on.
Professional grade communication tool. The choice of professional teams. Perfect stream viewing experience. Chosen by online streamers. Easy to use voice messenger service. Chosen by over 12 million gamers.
Communication is always vital when competing in tournaments. Winning a match requires perfect coordination. You cannot win by yourself.
RaidCall. Communication for winners.